the third knock didn't sound normal. It felt heavier, slower, like whoever stood outside already knew I'd opened the door. I froze for a second staring at it. "Sophie," I said quietly, "are you expecting someone?" She didn't answer right away. That was my first signal something was wrong. "Why are you asking like that?" she finally said, her voice too casual. I frowned. "Because it's late, and you're acting weird." Another knock, louder this time. Sophie stood up quickly. "I'll get it." I stepped in front of her. "No, I will." She hesitated. That hesitation said more than any words could. I grabbed the handle and opened the door. Noah Carter stood there, hands in his pockets, relaxed, like he'd done this 100 times. "Hey, man," he said with a small smile. "Hope I'm not interrupting." I stared at him for a second longer than I should have. "It's late." "Yeah," he said, shrugging. I was in the area. "In the area?" I repeated. "At 11 p.m.? He chuckled like it was nothing. "Toronto never sleeps, right?" Behind me, Sophie stepped closer. "Noah, you didn't have to come." "Didn't have to?" I glanced back at her. "Come in, I guess," I said, stepping aside, even though every part of me didn't want to. Noah walked in like he owned the place. "Nice setup, Ethan," he said, looking around. "It's the same as last time," I replied. "Still nice." I closed the door slowly. "So, what's up?" He leaned against the counter. "Just wanted to check on Sophie." I crossed my arms. "She's fine. She's been with me all evening." Sophie shot me a look. "Ethan, relax." "I am relaxed," I said. "I'm just asking." Noah raised his hands slightly. "Hey, no tension, man. I'm just her friend." "Boy bestie, right?" I said, forcing a small smile. He smirked. "Something like that." I looked at Sophie. "You didn't tell me he was coming." "I didn't know he would," she said quickly. Noah added, "It was spontaneous." "Yeah," I muttered. "That's what makes it interesting." Silence filled the room for a moment. Sophie tried to break it. "Do you guys want something to drink?" "I'm good," I said. Noah nodded. "Same." She sat back down, but she looked tense now, not like before. I walked closer to them. "So Noah," I said, "this is your third visit this week." He shrugged. "We're close, Quant. I can see that." Sophie sighed. "Ethan, don't start." "I'm not starting anything," I replied. "I'm just noticing patterns." Noah chuckled again, softer this time. "You sound like a detective." "Maybe I have to be." Sophie stood up. "Okay, that's enough." I looked at her. "Why are you defending him?" "I'm not defending anyone," she said. "You're making this awkward." "It is awkward," I said. "He keeps showing up unannounced." Noah tilted his head. "You got a problem with me?" I met his eyes. "I don't know yet." "Should I?" Sophie stepped between us. "Stop it, both of you." I exhaled slowly. "I'm trying to understand what's going on." "Nothing is going on," she said firmly. "Then why does it feel like something is?" She didn't answer. That silence again. Noah looked at her, then back at me. "You're overthinking, Ethan, am I?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "Not everything is a threat." I laughed lightly. "Funny. It feels like one." Sophie shook her head. "You're being unfair." "Unfair," I repeated. "He shows up late at night 3 times, and I'm unfair?" Noah pushed himself off the counter. "Look, man, if my presence bothers you, I can leave." "That might be a good idea," I said. Sophie turned to me sharply. "Ethan, what?" I said. He asked. Noah raised his hands again. "No need to fight over me." "We're not," I said. "At least, I'm not." Sophie looked frustrated now. "You're making this bigger than it is." "Then explain it," I said quietly. She opened her mouth, then closed it. No answer. Noah stepped toward the door. "I'll head out." "Yeah," I said. "Drive safe." He paused at the door, then looked back at Sophie. "Text me when you're okay." My jaw tightened. "She's okay now." He nodded slowly. "Right." Then he left. The door clicked shut, and the silence came back heavier this time. I turned to Sophie. "You want to tell me what that was?" "It was nothing," she said. I shook my head. "It didn't feel like nothing." You're just tired, she said. You're overthinking again. Maybe, I said, or maybe I'm finally thinking clearly. She crossed her arms. So now you don't trust me? I hesitated. I'm trying to. That's not an answer. It's the only honest one I have. She looked away. I watched her, searching for something, anything that made sense. But all I saw was distance, and that scared me more than anything. I walked to the door and rested my hand on it, replaying everything in my head. 3 visits, late nights, tension, silence. I exhaled slowly. 3 times, I whispered to myself, because deep down, I already knew. 3 times wasn't a coincidence. It was a pattern. I still remember the first time I saw you. I told Sophie once, smiling across the cafe table. She laughed softly. You mean when you spilled coffee on yourself? It wasn't that bad, I said. It was, she teased. You look like you wanted to disappear. I did, I admitted, until you sat down and said, Relax, it happens. She leaned forward. And that's when you fell for me. Yeah, I said. That was the exact moment. Back then, everything felt simple. We used to sit in that same cafe in Toronto almost every weekend, same corner, same drinks. You always order the same thing, she said once. So do you, I replied. That's different. How? I'm consistent, she said with a grin. And I'm not? She looked at me for a second. You are in a good way. I remember how that felt, like I was enough. Ethan, she said one night over the phone, promise me something. What? Don't ever change. I smiled into the silence. I won't. You? Never, she said. We used to talk for hours, late nights, random topics. Do you think we'll last? I asked once. Why wouldn't we? She replied. I don't know. People change. She went quiet for a second. Then we won't. You sound sure. I am, she said. I am, she said. I choose you. Every day. I believed her. Maybe that was my mistake. Bro, I'm telling you, something feels off, Liam said one evening. We were sitting in his car outside my building. You're overthinking, I replied. I'm not, he said. That guy Noah, I don't like him. He's just her friend. Liam shook his head. No guy shows up that much for just a friend. You don't know him. I don't need to, he said. I know people, I sighed. You're reading too much into it, and you're ignoring too much, he shot back. I looked away. Sophie wouldn't do that to me. Liam softened his tone. I'm not saying she would. I'm saying, pay attention. I trust her, I said. That's good, he replied. Just don't trust blindly. I laughed it off. You worry too much. Someone has to, he muttered. At the time, I didn't take him seriously. I should have. Sorry, I've been busy, Sophie texted one afternoon. I stared at the message. Busy with what? I asked when she called later. Work, life, everything, she said. You didn't reply the whole day. I told you I was busy. You used to text me even when you were busy. She paused. Things change, Ethan. That line stayed with me. Are we okay? I asked. Of course we are, she said quickly. Why wouldn't we be? I don't know. You feel distant. I'm just tired, she replied. Don't overthink it. I nodded even though she couldn't see me. Yeah, okay. But it didn't feel okay. Hey, you free tonight? I asked her another day. I can't, she said. I have plans. With who? Just friends. Crikey. Which friends? She hesitated. Ava and others. Ethan, why are you interrogating me? I'm not, I said quickly. I'm just asking. You never used to ask like this, she said. I stayed quiet. Look, she continued, I just need some space sometimes. From me. Not like that, she said. Just in general. I swallowed. Okay. After the call, I stared at my phone. Maybe I'm the problem, I whispered to myself. The thought didn't leave. Bro, you look tired, Liam said when we met again. I didn't sleep well, I replied. Because of her? I shrugged. I don't know. He leaned forward. Talk to me. She's just different now, I admitted. Less time, less effort. And you're still defending her? I'm trying to understand her, I said. Or trying to protect yourself from the truth, he asked. I frowned. What truth? That something isn't right. I shook my head. You don't get it. Then help me get it, he said. I exhaled slowly. She says she's busy. She says she needs space. And you believe that? I have to, I said. What else am I supposed to do? Ask questions, Liam replied. Set boundaries. I don't want to push her away. He looked at me carefully. And what if she's already pulling away? That hit harder than I expected. I didn't answer. Later that night, I called Sophie again. Hey, she said. Hey, I replied. Just wanted to hear your voice. She smiled softly. That's sweet. I miss you, I said. I saw you 2 days ago, she replied. I know, but still, she replied. I know, she went quiet again. You're overthinking, Ethan. Maybe, I said. I just want us to be like before. We are, she said quickly. No, I whispered. We're not. She didn't respond. That silence felt louder than anything. I closed my eyes. Did I do something wrong? No, she said. Why would you think that? Because you're changing. I'm not, she insisted. Then why does it feel like you are? I don't know what you want me to say, she replied. The truth, I said, I am telling you the truth. I wanted to believe her. I really did, but something inside me didn't feel right anymore. Still, I held on, because the girl who once said, I choose you every day, wouldn't just disappear. Right? I stared at my phone long after the call ended. Maybe I stopped being enough, I whispered. And for the first time, that thought didn't feel like doubt. It felt like truth. You don't mind if Noah joins us, right? Sophie asked, already putting on her jacket. I looked at her. I thought this was just us. It is, she said quickly. He was nearby. Again, I asked. She sighed. Why does it matter? I forced a small smile. It doesn't, but it did. We met at a small restaurant downtown. I saw him before he saw me. Noah waved. Ethan, over here. I walked over slowly. Hey. Sophie sat beside him first, then looked at me. Sit. I pulled the chair across from them. Nice place. Noah picked it, she said. Of course he did, I muttered. What was that? She asked. Nothing. Noah leaned forward. Relax, man. You look tense. I'm fine, I said. He grinned. You sure? Sophie nudged him lightly. Stop what? He asked, smiling. Just smiling. Just stop, she said. But she was smiling too. I watched them for a second too long. You guys seem comfortable, I said. We're friends, Sophie replied quickly. I didn't say you weren't. Noah laughed. You sound like you don't believe it. I looked at him. Should I? Sophie exhaled. Ethan, not this again. I leaned back. I'm just asking questions. Well, stop, she said. It's annoying. That word hit harder than it should have. Annoying? I repeated. Yes, she said. You're making everything awkward. Noah raised his glass. Let's just enjoy the night. I nodded slowly. Yeah, let's do that. Dinner felt long. Every small thing started to stand out, Sophie laughing a little too much at his jokes, Noah finishing her sentences, the way they looked at each other when they thought I wasn't watching. Remember that time at the lake? Noah said. Sophie laughed. Oh my God, don't remind me. What happened? I asked. Nothing, she said quickly. Just a stupid memory. Noah smirked. You fell in, and you didn't help, she replied. I was laughing too hard. They both laughed again. I forced a smile. Sounds fun. It was, she said. I stared at my plate. I wish I was there. Sophie went quiet. Noah shrugged. Maybe next time. Next time. The words didn't sit right with me. After dinner, we stepped outside. I'll grab a ride, Noah said. I can drop you, Sophie offered. I looked at her. We came together. It's on the way, she said. No, it's not, I replied. Noah raised his hands. I'm good. I'll call an Uber. Are you sure? She asked. Yeah, he said, glancing at me. I don't want to cause trouble. Too late for that. All right, she said softly. He looked at me before leaving. Good seeing you, Ethan. Yeah, I said. You too. But I didn't mean it. On the drive back, the silence was heavy. You embarrassed me, Sophie said finally. I tightened my grip on the wheel. How? The way you were acting, she said. It was obvious. What was obvious? That you don't trust me. I let out a breath. I'm trying to. That's not good enough, she said. What do you want from me? Sophie, I asked. I want you to stop questioning everything. I wouldn't if things felt normal. They are normal, she insisted. No, they're not, I said. You've changed. She turned toward me. I haven't. You have, I said quietly. You just don't see it. She looked away. This is exhausting. Yeah, I said. It is. The next day, I met Ava for coffee. She texted me first. We need to talk. I didn't expect that. She sat across from me, stirring her drink. You look tired. I didn't sleep much, I said. Because of Sophie? She asked. I hesitated. Partly. She nodded slowly. I figured. I frowned. What does that mean? She looked at me carefully. You trust her a lot, don't you? Of course I do. Maybe too much, she said. I leaned forward. If you know something, just say it. I'm not here to accuse anyone, she replied. Then why are we here? She paused. Because I think you should pay attention, Ethan. To what? To what's right in front of you. I felt my chest tighten. You're being vague. I have to be, she said. It's not my place. Then don't say anything at all, I snapped. She didn't react. I'm just telling you not to ignore what you feel. I looked down at my hands. What if I'm wrong? Then you lose nothing, she said. But if you're right, she didn't finish. I leaned back. Why are you telling me this? Because I've seen this before, she said softly. With them? I asked. She hesitated. Just be careful. I nodded slowly. Yeah. When I got home, Sophie was on the couch, smiling at her phone. Hey, I said. She quickly locked the screen. Hey, who were you texting? I asked. No one important, she replied. That looked important. It wasn't, she said, standing up. Why are you asking? I shrugged. Just curious. You've been curious a lot lately, she said. Maybe I have reasons. She crossed her arms. Or maybe you're just insecure. That word hit deep. Is that what you think? I asked. I think you're overthinking everything, she replied. I nodded slowly. Maybe. She walked past me. I'm going to shower. Okay, I said. As she walked away, her phone buzzed again on the table. I stared at it. For a second I thought about checking it, but I didn't. I just stood there, fighting with myself. Was I jealous? I whispered. The phone buzzed again. I closed my eyes, or just finally seeing the truth. I wasn't supposed to be home that early. Shift got cancelled, I muttered to myself as I unlocked the door. Might as well surprise her. I stepped inside quietly. Then I heard voices. I froze. Sophie wasn't supposed to be here. You're overthinking it, a familiar voice said. Noah. My chest tightened. I'm not. Sophie replied softly. He's starting to notice. Notice what? I took a slow step forward. You're worrying too much, Noah said. He trusts you. That word hit me harder than anything. Trusts. I don't like lying to him, Sophie said. There was a pause. Then don't call it lying, Noah replied. Call it protecting him. Protecting me? From what? I pushed the door open fully. Both of them turned at the same time. Silence. Heavy. Sharp. Loud. Noah was sitting too close to her. Too close. Sophie stood up quickly. Ethan, you're home early. Yeah, I said slowly. Seems like I am. Noah leaned back slightly, but not enough. Hey, man. I looked at him, then at her. What's going on? Nothing, Sophie said fast. We were just talking. About me? I asked. She hesitated. No. I stepped closer. That's interesting, because I heard my name. Noah smirked faintly. You're reading into it. I haven't read anything yet, I said. I just walked in. Sophie crossed her arms. Why are you acting like this? Like what? I asked. Suspicious, she said. I laughed quietly. You're sitting here with him in my place, and I'm the problem. It's not like that, she said. Then explain it, I replied. She opened her mouth, then paused. He just came over to talk. At this hour? Yes, she said. Without telling me? I didn't think I had to, she shot back. I looked at Noah. You always show up when I'm not around. He shrugged. Timing, I guess. Funny timing, I said. Sophie stepped forward. Ethan, stop. No, I said. No, Saf, not this time. No stood up slowly. If this is causing issues, I can leave. That might be a good idea, I said. Sophie turned to me. Why are you doing this? Doing what? I asked, making it worse. It already feels worse, I said quietly. Noah looked between us. You guys need to talk. We are talking, I replied. No, Sophie said. You're accusing. I'm asking questions, I said. Big difference. No, it's not, she said. Not the way you're doing it. I took a step closer. Then tell me how to ask. She stayed silent. That silence again. I looked at Noah. How long were you here? A while, he said. How long is a while? An hour, maybe, he replied. I nodded slowly. An hour, alone. We're not doing anything wrong, Sophie said. Then why does it feel like you are? I asked. Because you're insecure, she replied. That word again. I shook my head. No, I'm paying attention. Noah chuckled softly. Man, you're really spiraling. I turned to him. Stay out of this. I'm already in it, he said. That's the problem, I replied. Sophie stepped between us. Enough. No, not enough, I said. Not until I understand what this is. It's nothing, she said again. Stop saying that, I snapped. It doesn't feel like nothing. She looked frustrated. What do you want me to say? The truth, I said. I am telling you the truth. Then why does it feel like a lie? She didn't answer. Noah picked up his jacket. I'm leaving. Good, I said. He walked toward the door, then paused. You're going to regret this mindset, Ethan. I frowned. What does that mean? It means you're pushing her away, he said. I laughed bitterly. I'm not the one showing up uninvited. He opened the door. Think what you want. Then he left. The door closed. Silence again. I turned to Sophie. You want to explain now? She looked tired. There's nothing to explain. There's always something to explain, I said. No, she replied. Not when you've already made up your mind. I haven't, I said. I'm trying not to. Then stop acting like this, she said. Like what? Like I've already betrayed you. I stared at her. Have you? I asked quietly. Her eyes widened slightly. No, too quick, too sharp, I nodded slowly. Then why does it feel like you have? Because you don't trust me, she said. I'm trying to, I repeated. That's not enough, she replied. It should be, I said. Well, it's not, she snapped. We stood there, staring at each other. Everything felt different. Cold D, distant I. I ran a hand through my hair. You didn't even tell me he was coming. I didn't think it mattered, she said. It matters to me, I replied. Why? She asked. Because he's a guy? No, I said. Because he's him. She frowned. What does that mean? It means something feels off, I said. You keep saying that, she replied. Because it's true. No, she said. It's in your head. I stepped back slightly. Maybe. She softened her tone. Ethan, what? I asked. You're overthinking this. I looked at her carefully. The way she avoided my eyes, the way her voice felt, different. I shook my head slowly. No, I said. I'm not overthinking. Then what are you doing? She asked. I took a deep breath. I'm finally seeing, I said. She stayed quiet, and that silence said everything. I looked at the spot where Noah had been, sitting, too close, too comfortable, too familiar. You don't look at a friend like that, I said quietly. She didn't respond. And in that moment, something inside me broke. I didn't plan to look at her. Phone. I trust her, I whispered to myself as it buzzed again on the table. But the screen lit up. Noah. My chest tightened. I stared at it for a long second. "Don't do this," I muttered. It buzzed again. Something inside me cracked. I picked it up. The phone wasn't locked. That hurt more than anything. "Wow," I whispered. "You didn't even think I'd check." My hands started shaking as I opened the messages. "Noah, he's starting to notice." "Sophie, I know, I'll handle it." My stomach dropped. I kept scrolling. "Noah, come over tomorrow. Same time. Sophie, only if he's not home." My grip tightened. More messages, more lies, more planning. "Noah, I hate pretending around him." "Sophie, me too." That line broke something in me. "Me too," I repeated under my breath. I kept reading, even though I wanted to stop. Calls, late nights, jokes, memories they shared without me. A whole world I wasn't part of. I dropped the phone on the table like it burned me. "Wow," I said again, louder this time. Just wow. The bathroom door opened. Sophie stepped out, drying her hair. "Why are you so quiet?" I looked at her. Really looked at her. "Who were you texting?" I asked. She froze for a second. "No one." I nodded slowly. "Try again." Her eyes flicked to the phone. "Why did you touch my phone?" "Answer the question," I said. "It's none of your business," she replied. I laughed, but it came out cold. "None of my business?" "Yes," she said. "You had no right." "No right?" I stepped closer. "You lost that argument the moment you started hiding things." "I'm not hiding anything," she snapped. "Then say his name," I said. She went quiet. "Say it," I repeated. "Noah," she said softly. There it was. The truth didn't whisper. It hit. I picked up the phone and held it up. "You want to explain this?" Her face changed. "You went through my messages?" "Yes," I said, "and I wish I hadn't." "You invaded my privacy," she said. "You destroyed my trust," I replied. She shook her head. "It's not what you think." I laughed again. "That line doesn't work anymore." "You're overreacting," she said. "Am I?" I scrolled and read out loud. "I hate pretending around him." Should I keep going? Her lips parted, but no words came out. "That's you," I said. "That's what you said about me." "It's complicated," she whispered. "No," I said firmly. "It's simple." "It's not," she insisted. "Then explain it," I said. She looked at me, eyes starting to water. "I didn't mean for it to happen." There it was, the admission. I felt something inside me go quiet. "You didn't mean for it to happen?" I repeated. "It just did," she said. "How?" I asked. "How does something like this just happen?" "We got close," she said. "We talked a lot, and things changed." "You mean you changed?" I said. She shook her head. I was confused. "You were lying," I replied. "I didn't want to hurt you," she said. I let out a slow breath. "You already did." Silence filled the room. "You were going to meet him again tomorrow," I said. She looked down. Don't." I cut her off. "Don't lie again." "I wasn't sure," she said weakly. "You were sure enough to plan it," I replied. She wiped her eyes. "I didn't know how to tell you." "You don't," I said. "You just don't do it." She looked at me like she didn't recognize me anymore. Maybe I didn't recognize myself either. A knock interrupted us. We both froze. I already knew who it was. "Don't open it," she said quickly. I looked at her. "Why?" "Just don't," she said. The knock came again, louder. I walked to the door. "Ethan, stop," she said, grabbing my arm. I pulled away. "No." I opened the door. Noah stood there. Of course he did. "Hey," he said, then noticed my expression. "Bad time?" I stepped aside. "Come in." He hesitated, then walked in slowly. "What's going on?" I closed the door behind him. "You tell me." He looked at Sophie. "Did you?" "Yes," I said. "I saw everything." His jaw tightened slightly. "All right, that's it?" I asked. "That's your reaction?" "What do you want me to say?" he replied. I stepped closer. "I want you to tell me why." He shrugged. "Feelings don't need a reason." I laughed bitterly. "That's your excuse?" "It's not an excuse," he said. "It's the truth." Sophie stepped forward. Sophie stepped. "Both of you." "No," I said. Not this time. I looked at Noah. You came into my life, my place, and did this behind my back. He held my gaze. She chose it too. That line hit harder than anything. I turned to Sophie. She didn't deny it. That was enough. I looked back at him. You need to leave, I said. He didn't move. We're talking. No, I said calmly. You're leaving. He crossed his arms. You don't get to control this. Something inside me snapped, but not loudly, quietly, cold. I stepped forward and grabbed his arm, pushing him toward the door. Ethan, Sophie shouted. Get out, I said. He resisted slightly. Don't do this. I pushed harder and opened the door. Get out. He stumbled back into the hallway. This isn't over, he said. I looked at him. It is for me. I shut the door in his face. Silence, heavy, final. I leaned against the door, breathing slowly. Sophie's voice came from behind me. You didn't have to do that. I turned around. I didn't have to. I repeated. You're making it worse, she said. I shook my head slowly. No, I said. It was already ruined. She looked at me, tears in her eyes. What happens now? I stared at her for a long moment, and for the first time I felt nothing. I don't know, I said quietly, but I know one thing. What? She asked. I exhaled slowly. I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. The door closed behind her, and just like that, everything went quiet. I stood there for a long time. Ethan, she had said before leaving. I didn't answer. I'm sorry, she whispered. Still nothing from me. Then she picked up her bag. I'll give you space, she said. I nodded once, that was it. No dramatic ending. No last hug. Just silence. Now the apartment felt different. Empty. Too big. Too quiet. I sat on the couch and stared at nothing. This doesn't feel real, I muttered. My phone buzzed. Liam. I ignored it. It buzzed again. Not now, I whispered, but he didn't stop. Finally, I picked up. What? You sound terrible, he said immediately. I'm fine. No, you're not, he replied. What happened? I stayed quiet. Ethan, he said, softer now. Tell me. I swallowed. It's over. A pause. With Sophie? He asked. Yeah. What happened? I laughed dryly. You were right. That doesn't matter, he said quickly. What did she do? I closed my eyes. Everything. Another pause. Was it him? He asked. Yes. I'm sorry, man. Don't be, I said. I should have seen it. Hey, he said firmly. Don't do that. Do what? Blame yourself. I shook my head, even though he couldn't see me. It's hard not to. It's not your fault, he said. I trusted her, I replied. That has to mean something. It means you're human, he said. It means I was stupid, I muttered. No, he said. It means you cared. I didn't respond. You want me to come over? He asked. No, I said quickly. I just need to be alone. You sure? Yeah. All right, he said. But don't disappear on me. I won't, I replied. After the call, the silence came back, stronger this time. I looked around. Her things were gone, just like that. 3 years, I whispered. Gone. I stood up and walked to the kitchen, opened the fridge, closed it again. What am I even doing? I muttered. Nothing made sense. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. I couldn't tell. My phone buzzed. Again, this time, it was Daniel. I stared at his name, then answered. Hey, Liam called me, he said. Of course he did. You okay? Daniel asked. Define okay, I replied. He sighed. I'm coming over. You don't have to. You don't have to, I know, he said. I'm still coming. I didn't argue. 30 minutes later, he knocked. I opened the door. He looked at me for a second. Yeah, you look like hell. Thanks, I said. He walked in. When was the last time you ate? I don't remember. That's a problem, he said. I'm not hungry. Eat anyway, he replied. I sat back down. You sound like a doctor. I sound like someone who's been through this, he said. I looked at him. You have? He nodded. Different story. Same feeling. I stayed quiet. He sat across from me. Tell me, So I did, everything, the messages, the lies, Noah, all of it. When I finished, he leaned back. That's rough, he said. Yeah, but it's clear, he added. Clear? I asked. You didn't lose her, he said. You lost an illusion. I frowned. What does that mean? It means the person you loved wasn't real, he said. She was real to me, I replied. That's the problem, he said. You loved who you thought she was. I looked down. So what now? Now you deal with reality, he said. And what is that? She made a choice, he replied. And it wasn't you. That hurt. More than I expected. I keep replaying everything, I admitted. Every moment. That's normal, he said. I keep thinking, where did I go wrong? He shook his head. Wrong question. Then what's the right one? I asked. Why did you ignore the signs? I stayed quiet. Liam warned you, he added. I know. He felt something was off, he continued. I did. You felt something was off, he continued. So why? Didn't you act on it? I didn't have an answer. I didn't want to lose her, I said finally. Daniel nodded. And now? Now I lost her anyway. And yourself, he said. I looked up. What? You lost yourself trying to keep her, he said. That hit deep. I leaned back and covered my face. I don't even know who I am right now, I admitted. That's because you built your identity around her, he said. Maybe, I whispered. No, he said. Definitely. Silence filled the room again, but this time it felt different. He stood up. You're not broken, Ethan. I looked at him. Feels like it. Feels like it, he said. But it's not true. I let out a slow breath. What am I supposed to do? I asked. Start small, he said. Eat, sleep, move. And that's it? For now, he replied. You don't rebuild everything in one day. I nodded slowly. He walked toward the door, then stopped. And Ethan, yeah? Don't go back. I swallowed. I won't. After he left, I sat there again. Same couch, same silence. But now, it felt heavier. I looked around the apartment one more time. Everything reminded me of her, every corner, every memory. Who was I without her? I whispered. And for the first time, I didn't have an answer. I don't feel like getting up, I muttered, staring at the ceiling. Get up anyway, I told myself. Silence didn't argue back. I sat up slowly. One step, I whispered. Just one. That's how it started. Not motivation, not strength. Just movement. At the gym, everything felt heavier than usual. First day? Someone asked. I glanced over. Feels like it. He nodded. Keep showing up. Yeah, I said. That's the plan. It wasn't really a plan. Just something to do. Liam met me outside after. Look at you, he said. Alive. Barely, I replied. Still counts, he said. We walked toward his car. You talked to her? He asked. No, duh. You want to? No. He nodded. Good. I looked ahead. I don't trust myself around her. That's honest, he said. I keep thinking about everything, I admitted. That'll happen, he replied. I hate it, I said. Of course you do. I stopped walking. When does it stop? He shrugged. When you stop feeding it. How do I do that? Focus on something else, he said. Like what? Like you, he replied. I laughed quietly. I don't even know what that means anymore. You'll figure it out, he said. Yeah, I uttered. Eventually, work helped. At least it distracted me. Ethan, you're late, Mark said one morning. 5 minutes, I replied. That's still late. Noted, I said. He studied me for a second. You good? Yeah, you don't look good. I'm working on it, I said. He nodded. That's fair. Later that day, I sat alone in the break room. You always sit here? A voice asked. I looked up. Claire Bennett. I'd seen her around before, but we'd never really talked. Yeah, I said. It's quiet. She sat across from me. Quiet can be dangerous. How? I asked. Too much thinking, she replied. I smiled faintly. That's accurate. She studied me for a moment. Rough time, something like that. She nodded. Breakup. I raised an eyebrow. That obvious. Your face says everything, she said calmly. I leaned back. Then I should work on that. Or just be honest, she replied. I exhaled. It ended badly. They usually do, she said. That's comforting, I muttered. She smiled slightly. You'll survive. I know, I said. I just don't feel like it yet. That's normal, she replied. We sat in silence for a moment, but it wasn't uncomfortable. What happened? She asked. I hesitated. She chose someone else. Claire nodded slowly. That hurts. Yeah, do you still want her back? She asked. I thought about it, then shook my head. No, I think I just want the past back. That's not the same thing, she said. I'm starting to realize that. She leaned forward slightly. So why are you still holding on to it? I frowned. I don't know how to let go. She looked at me directly. Why are you still holding on to someone who let you go so easily? That question hit hard. I didn't answer right away. I don't know, I admitted. Then figure that out, she said. I thought time would. Fix it. Time doesn't fix anything, she replied. It just gives you space to fix it. I nodded slowly. That makes sense? She stood up. Good. Then start fixing it. Where do I start? I asked. With yourself, she said. Always. Then she walked out. I sat there for a while, replaying her words. Why am I still holding on? I whispered. That night, I went back to the gym. Same place, same weights, but something felt slightly different. Back again, the guy from before said. Yeah, I replied, trying to stay consistent. That's all it takes, he said. I nodded. I'm starting to believe that. Days turned into a routine. Wake, pee work, gym, repeat. It wasn't exciting, but it was stable. And for the first time in a while, that was enough. I saw Claire again a few days later. You look better, she said. Define better, I replied. Less lost, she said. I'll take that. She smiled. Progress. Slow progress, I said. Still progress, she replied. We walked out of the building together. You ever think about going back? She asked. No, I said. Not anymore. Good, she said. I think I was more attached to the idea of her, I added. That happens, she said. I ignored a lot of things, I admitted. Most people do, she replied. I don't want to be that person again. Then don't be, she said simply. I looked at her. You make it sound easy. It's not easy, she said. It's a choice. I nodded slowly. Yeah, I see that now. She stopped walking. You're not the same person you were before. I hope not, I said. You're not, she confirmed. Good, I replied, because the old version of me would have still been waiting, would have still been hoping, would have still been blind. I took a deep breath. I think I'm starting to understand something, I said. What? She asked. I didn't lose everything, I said. She tilted her head. No, I shook my head. I lost someone who didn't choose me. And I looked ahead. I'm finally choosing myself. You heard about Sophie? Liam asked as soon as I picked up. I leaned against the kitchen counter. No. What now? He exhaled. It's messy. I stayed quiet. Say it. Noah cheated, he said. I closed my eyes for a second. On her. Yeah, he replied. With someone from his gym, I think. I let out a slow breath. Wow. Wow, that's it? Liam asked. Just wow. What do you want me to say? I replied. I don't know, something, he said. You were right about him. I wasn't trying to be right, I said. Still, he added, karma hit fast. I thought about that. Did it? What do you mean? It doesn't feel fast, I said. It just feels expected. Liam went quiet. You okay? Yeah, I replied. I'm just not surprised. You want details? He asked. No, I said quickly. I don't need them. You sure? Yeah. After the call, I stared at my phone. Noah cheated. I repeated under my breath. Part of me thought I'd feel something stronger. Anger. Satisfaction. Relief. But there was nothing, just quiet. Later that day, Ava texted me, "Can we talk?" I hesitated, then replied, Yeah, we met at the same cafe from before. She looked at me carefully. You heard? Yeah, I said. Liam told me. She nodded. It's bad, I figured. She stirred her coffee. She's not doing well. I didn't respond. Ava glanced at me. You don't seem surprised. I'm not, I said. She trusted him, Ava added. I let out a quiet breath. So did I. Awia looked down. I know. Silence sat between us for a moment. She asked about you, Ava said. I frowned slightly. Why? I don't know, she replied. Maybe regret. I shook my head. Regret doesn't change anything. No, Ava said. It doesn't. She made her choice, I added. Ava nodded slowly. She did. I leaned back. And now she's living with it? That sounds cold, Ava said. Maybe, I replied. Or maybe it's just honest. She studied me. You've changed. I had to, I said. Do you hate her? She asked. I thought about it, then shook my head. No. Ha ha ha! Really? She asked. Yeah, I said. I don't have the energy for that. Ava looked surprised. I expected more anger. I had it, I said. It just didn't last. What replaced it? I paused. Clarity. She nodded slowly. That makes sense. She didn't betray me overnight, I added. I just didn't see it happening. Ava sighed. I tried to warn you. I know, I said. I just wasn't ready to hear it. She gave a small smile. At least you see it now? Yeah, I said. That's something. We sat quietly again. She's hurting, Ava said softly. I believe that, I replied. She said Noah changed after they got together, Ava added. I let out a faint breath. Or maybe he just stopped pretending. Ava didn't argue. She said she didn't expect this, Ava continued. I looked at her. Neither did I. That ended the conversation. When I got home, I sat on the couch, thinking, Noah cheated. I said again, it should have felt like justice, like balance, but it didn't. I thought revenge would feel better, I admitted out loud. But this wasn't revenge. I didn't do anything. I didn't need to. Life handled it. My phone buzzed again. Liam. Yeah? I answered. You good? He asked. Yeah, I said. You sound calm, he replied. I am. That's new, he said. I smiled faintly. I guess it is. So what now? He asked. Nothing, I said. I keep moving. That's it? That's enough, I replied. He was quiet for a second. I'm proud of you. Don't start, I said lightly. I'm serious, he said. Most people would have gone back. I'm not most people anymore, I replied. Clearly, he said. After the call, I leaned back and closed my eyes. For the first time, I didn't feel pulled toward the past. No urge to call her. No need to check anything. Just stillness. Not empty. Not heavy. Just steady. I thought about everything that happened. The lies. The betrayal. The lies. The betrayal. Pain. And now, the outcome. Karma doesn't rush, I said quietly. It doesn't need to. It just waits, and when it arrives, it doesn't ask for permission. I didn't think you'd come, Sophie said as I sat across from her. I almost didn't, I replied. She nodded slowly. I understand. We sat in silence for a moment. The cafe felt different this time. Heavier. Not because of the place, but because of us. You look tired, I said. She gave a small, sad smile. I've been tired for a while. I nodded. Yeah. She looked down at her hands. I messed everything up, didn't I? I didn't answer right away. You don't have to sugarcoat, she said softly. I'm not, I replied. Another pause. I lost him, she whispered. You mean Noah? I asked. She nodded. I leaned back, slightly. That's ironic. She looked at me. I know. You trusted him, I said. I trusted the wrong person, she corrected. I stayed quiet. Her voice shook a little. I didn't think it would turn into this. Most people don't, I said. She looked at me carefully. Do you hate me? That question hung in the air. I shook my head. No. She seemed surprised. No, I don't, I said. Then what do you feel? She asked. I thought about it. I feel like it's over, I said simply. Her eyes dropped. Yeah, it is. Silence again. She wiped her eyes quickly. I lost the only person who truly cared about me. I didn't interrupt. She continued. I didn't see it back then. I thought I was confused. I thought I needed something different. I nodded slowly. And now? Now I realize I had it, she said quietly. I looked at her. Yeah. Her voice cracked slightly. I'm sorry, Ethan. I held her gaze. I know. She exhaled. I ruined everything. You made a choice, I said. I didn't think it would cost me this much, she whispered. I leaned forward slightly. That's the part people always miss. She looked up at me. What? Choices have consequences, I said. They just don't show up immediately. Her eyes filled again. I never meant to hurt you. I believe that, I said. But I did, she replied. I nodded once. Yeah. We sat there again. No anger, no shouting, just distance. I keep thinking about us, she said. Me too, I admitted. She looked hopeful for a second. Really? I shook my head slowly. Not the way you think. Her expression changed. I think about who I was back then, I said, and how much I ignored. She whispered, Ethan. I raised a hand slightly. Let me finish. She stayed quiet. I loved you, I said. Her eyes lowered. But I was losing myself trying to keep you, I continued. Silence. I took a breath. And I can't do that again. She nodded slowly, tears falling now. I understand. I looked at her one last time. I loved you, I said quietly. But I respect myself more now. She closed her eyes like that hit harder than anything else. I deserve that, she whispered. I stood up slowly. She looked up at me. Is this really goodbye? I paused, then nodded. Yeah, her voice broke. I'm sorry. I know, I said again. She didn't stop me as I turned away. No more arguments. No more confusion. Just closure. As I walked out of the cafe, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Not anger, not pain, not even sadness, just peace. And for the first time, I wasn't looking back. You look different, Liam said, sitting across from me. Different how? I asked. Calmer, he replied. Like you finally stopped fighting yourself. I shrugged slightly. Maybe I did, he smiled. Took you long enough. I smirked. Yeah, I know. We sat there for a moment in silence, not awkward, just peaceful. You ever think about her now? He asked carefully. Sometimes, I admitted. Does it hurt? I thought about it honestly. Not anymore. He nodded slowly. That's progress. I leaned back in my chair. It feels strange, though. What does? He asked. Not needing the answers anymore, I said. Liam studied me. That's the point. I nodded. I get that now. He took a sip of his drink. Claire still around? Yeah, I said. Still helping you? I smiled faintly. She doesn't try to fix me. That's good, he said. She just listens, I added. Liam nodded approvingly. That's rare. I know, I said. Later that week, I met Claire at the same quiet spot. You've been consistent, she said as I sat down. I try, I replied. She raised an eyebrow. That's new. I laughed softly. So is a lot of things. She studied me for a second. You feel lighter. I do, I admitted. What changed? She asked. I paused. I stopped asking why she didn't choose me. Claire nodded slowly and started asking what you needed. Yeah, I said, that. She leaned forward slightly. And what do you need? I thought about it. Peace, I said simply. She smiled. Sounds like you're getting there. Slowly, I replied. Slow is fine, she said. Fast doesn't last, I nodded. I've learned that. We sat in comfortable silence for a moment. Do you ever regret anything? She asked. Of course, I said. Like what? Trusting too blindly, I admitted, ignoring signs, losing myself in someone else. Claire nodded. That's honest. I can't change it, I said, but I can't repeat it either. She smiled. That's growth. I looked out the window. I used to think love meant holding on. And now? She asked. Now I think it means knowing when to let go, I said. She didn't say anything for a moment. Then softly, "That's maturity." I shrugged. "It hurts less, too." "Good," she said. I leaned back. "I'm not the same person I was." "No," she agreed, "you're not." "And I'm glad," I said. Claire smiled slightly. "You should be." Later that night, I walked alone through the city. Lights, noise, life moving around me. But inside, it was quiet. For the first time, I wasn't carrying her memory like a weight. Just a lesson. A step behind me. Not in front. Not holding me back. I stopped walking for a moment, and I realized something simple. I wasn't trying to fix the past anymore. I was building something new, something mine. I took a deep breath. She didn't destroy me, I whispered. I looked ahead at the road in front of me. She revealed the version of me I was too afraid to become.